We's live. What's going on? Hello, the Lynn Project. How are you, my friend?
Good. How are you, Jeff?
I'm good. Let's start off with the most obvious thing. You, my friend, have a different background. I mean, I've different for Creative Talk. I've seen it before, but what you got going on over there? I like it.
I am trying something different. The background I've been using is so backwashed because it's faded. But I've seen a couple other creators use like the backlit and display some of my Disney stuff in the background and try to make sure that my kids stay out of the kitchen for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I remember talking to you a long time ago. I've been blessed. I can close the door. I've got a room. It's a disaster on that side, but it's mine,
Yeah.
But, it's hard. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But anyway, Life of Danny in the house. What's going on? Bloomin' Chia, which I've never sent before in my whole life. In the house, what's going on? Mikey, my favorite Jets fan in the house. Dean Bancroft, my friend and a member of the channel. What's going on? JLB Nerdy in the house. Magic the Mouse TV, sponsor of the show. Oh, I gotta change the logo. I'll fix that in a minute. Did I have that up last time? I wonder. Did I not have his up? I'm gonna figure that out.
Yeah.
Stacy Rogers in the house. Practically perfect park hopping in the house. Quit using it to camp with, and it won't fade. Your wall.
My background.
Michael Riley has questions for you, Lynn. I know. What a shock. Hey, Michael Riley. You know what, Michael? I'm going to give you some advice. Ask Lynn more questions. That'll be better. JLB Nerdy in the house. Mar in Memphis in the house. Epic and amazing park hopping adventures worldwide. In other words, in the house. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. I'm in a weird mood. I'm not going to lie. No apologies. Just truth. Also, it's freaking hot in here. So normally I don't know if I really believe in this, but they say, you should wear the same thing most of the time. And I do most of the time. It's just too hot for my sweatshirt tonight, people. So Lynn's been on plenty of show where it's like within 3 seconds of the show, I'm like ripping off my sweatshirt. I just couldn't do it tonight. Michael Riley, can't see your question. You have to yell it louder. Yell it louder. Jack Santa Claus Logan in the house. What's going on? Practically perfect park coming. Did a girl, you're welcome for the weird. Yes. Weird moods are underrated, by the way. I'm just going to say it. I read that PPP. I read that you're welcome for the weird mod at first. I can't even get my thoughts from my brain to my mouth. It might be a bad show. I'm going to blame Lynn. Michael Riley, louder. So Detroit Disney Duo in the house. What's going on? Thanks for being a member. Should they make alcohol Dole Whips? I mean, to drink for your face. Which one are you talking about? Like, are we washing our hands? Are we consuming? I think they already do. Yes, they do. Okay, I'll yell at you. Michael, louder, Michael. I can't hear. Piglet Roo, which I always want to say. Piglet Roo. I love it. What's going on? Yeah. So let's start off with we started off with your background because I like it. I really want to ask you about Mickey on top. So, what's going on with the Mickey up there?
That's the birthday 90th celebration Mickey I got at the Character Warehouse for $6, and he's been kind of hiding.
You poke me in the eye with those prices. Like I'm jealous.
Yeah, and just some of my other favorite Disney things that have been in my bedroom. And no, Michael Riley, he will not. He is playing.
What? Michael, she can't hear you. One more time. Michael, no. You have to do it in bigger caps. It's the key next to the cap. I know. I'm a jerk. Like, if you didn't know I'm a jerk, you're learning it now.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so I like him, and he's awesome. But I do want to get to PPP. I loved ToolBox. Did you love ToolBox?
I loved it. It was so awesome. I messaged Josh right after the stream and was just like, that awesome job. And he has given me some of that same advice behind the scenes when kind of like what we're going to talk about tonight. And just, partner channel, he's there for me. And when I need advice or an uplifting word or extra help, he's always there for me. And that's what it's all about. And now he's sharing it with everyone else. And I love that because everyone needs to hear what he has to say. And it's so encouraging and positive and helpful. So I hope people were taking notes because I know I always am when he's talking. So
I like Josh a lot. And we talk sometimes offline. And I said to him today, and I hope he's not embarrassed by me saying this, but I told him I think he's forgotten more stuff about being a creative entrepreneur than most people know now. And I think we're all lucky that he's doing that show. I'm honored that he even thinks that there's a relationship with his show and my show. And I hope that stays forever because he's got good info. And if I'm embarrassing you, good, because you rock, buddy. Keep it up. But anyway, if you haven't checked it out, you don't know what I'm talking about, you're broken, fix yourself. ToolBox. Is it every other week? It's every other week, right? Or is it twice a month?
Every other week, yeah, bi-weekly.
I don't know if it's every other week or if it's twice a month. I don't know. Whatever. It's now and then, an hour or so before this show, and just, you know what, go to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you want to learn how to grow on YouTube, Danny, I'm talking to you in chat. You want to subscribe to that channel and check it out. Good stuff. No, thank you, buddy. I really did enjoy it a lot. I'm not just saying that. I thought we'd talk tonight about, so I started off the day on Gonzo's show. He asked me to be on his show. He's got some guests. We had an interesting conversation. You know me, you invite me on your show, I talk the whole time, so invite me on your show. But if you do, and I do, we talked about some things that it changed what I want to talk about tonight, frankly. And I got 3 different people messaging me. Can I change subjects? I hurt my thumb opening a Pepsi earlier. And I don't know how I did it, but it hurts.
You know what this is?
I do, you big jerk. You know what, finger? Here, hold on. You know what? Never mind. Michael Riley, ask her what she means. So anyway, I think that, so here's what I want to say. I had 3 different people sending me messages afterwards, and it was squirrel, exactly. It was Orlando Theme Park 360 in the house. What's going on? I'm talking about you and 2 other people right now. I had 3 people message me, Orlando Park 360. By the way, some great content. Not posting a lot right now because I went back to your channel today, buddy. But my goodness, some good stuff. Go out and check. Go out. Yeah, go out. Go over. Whatever the right way to say it is. Check out his channel. I really like his stuff. He hasn't been posting much lately, but he certainly seems to know his stuff and seems like a nice guy. Anyway, but him and 2 others were messaging me about different versions of the show, different things that they pull out of the show. And I really came away from the 3 people messaging me as it related to the show with, boy, we're looking at the world differently right now. Like I think that a couple people seem to think that, boy, was this an opportunity, is an opportunity, and was an opportunity to grow your channel, to grow connections. And then there's some other people who really see that as the vast opposite. And so, and me and you have talked, we talk a lot about the magic that is, the science that is, the art that is trying to be a freaking YouTuber. I mean, it's awesome. It's weird. There's a playbook that you can just run and it'll work. There's also this need, and most of us don't want to do that, right? And then there's this need to just make it this creative outlet that we want to be artists with. I hope I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't really think I am. I'm probably fighting, as much advice as I consume from the Roberto Blakes and the Nick Nimmons and the Sean Cannells and the, Tim Schmoyers and, all the guys that we talk about, all the people that we talk about, live streaming pros lately. I've been listening to them quite a bit. That's your fault, Bill. I still find myself fighting against it sometimes. And I guess I just wanted to talk about that tonight. So, and I know me and you have had very different YouTube experiences over the last 4, 5, 6 weeks, whatever this is. Yeah. Right. And so we've talked about this a little bit every night, but I think we're at the end of this. Yeah. And I think that selfishly because I went to work on Thursday. I went to work on Friday. I'll be at work tomorrow, but it's a modified work. It's a different work. I still have hours here, but I'm already finding myself saying, I didn't get that done. I didn't get that done when I had the time. Right. And we kind of joked about that on this show like 5 weeks ago or something. I don't know. Yeah. So I'll shut up. Where are you at with that? Like, I know where you were. I know where you were week 1, week 2. I don't know that we've talked about in the last couple of weeks. Where are you at with it? Has it changed you as a creator, this time away from work and more home time? I mean, how has it changed what you're doing, what you want to do, and is it good or bad?
So I've had a little bit of a different experience than I expected. When this all started, I was like, oh my God, yes, finally time, and I'm gonna do everything and edit all my videos. And then I found myself kind of like seeping into like anxiety seep in, and the negative thoughts and all that, and it kind of took over. And then I caught up on sleep for like 3 weeks.
You said
Yeah.
you were all jacked up on you. Well, maybe you still are. I don't know. But you were a vampire there for a little bit.
Yeah, for most of it. Most of it. We'll just put it that way. And that's not healthy. It's not a healthy lifestyle. And
Yeah, it's not. You're right.
Josh talked about that a lot today, and it's
Mhm.
so true. And Jay Skywalker. But
Oh man, I'm not getting on mine, Jay. I might
yeah,
break mine.
I'm not happy when I do.
I was on a website today. I was looking at a shirt, and I'm like 2X, 3X. I'm not really sure. Anyway, that's a whole other thing.
Medium.
Yeah, I haven't been a medium my whole freaking life, but yeah. Anyway, I don't really want to go there.
But in the midst of it, I did get a couple things done, but it was like pulling teeth for me and really difficult staying motivated and disciplined.
Yeah.
This week, currently at the end of this week, it was the middle of the week is when I really had my actual reckoning where
Good word, dang.
no phone, no computer, no electronics for a full day.
Really?
For a full day, yeah. Sean grounded me.
No electronics?
Well, we watched movies at the end of the night, but not until the end. And but
So
other
you
than
were
that,
roughing it.
I was so angry. I was like a teenage girl, like that I just got in trouble and got sent to my room. It was so bad for most of the day.
I love you, and I love my wife, and I love all the daughters. I think I have 14 daughters downstairs. But you're all that. You've never stopped.
Yeah.
You're all that. Sorry,
Yeah.
love you. Don't be mad. Or
Yeah.
don't be mad.
I mean, I'm admitting to it. I was, and the thing was, I needed that. I thanked him afterwards, and I really needed to realize how unproductive I was being because I was stuck on my phone most of the day just consuming. I was a consumer, not a creator, and I got away from that where I had done a good job the couple months prior of at least sticking to certain schedules like Character Warehouse every 2 weeks.
Is this the whole time you're saying you've been a consumer this whole time? I feel like I missed the
yeah for most of the quarantine since the pandemic started. I've been consuming and consuming.
And yours started a week before mine, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, my last day of work was St. Patty's Day. So
wow.
Yeah, and I just got so wrapped up in it, and Sean noticed it and helped me help myself by saying,
"You got up in consuming." I want to make sure I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, wrapped up in consuming, just sitting on my phone, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, either any of the name them all. I was not creating; I was consuming.
MySpace.
No.
You told me so. You told me so.
But now I have kind of reeled it back in. That day really helped me realize how much I'm holding myself back. And
well, what's the why? Why?
Why I think I was just overwhelmed with outside factors and like just.
But you were consuming so for me. I mean, I'm that type of guy anyway. I think, but if I'm trying to turn it off, the news and the mess and the crazy, to me, it's make something.
Yeah.
So I would go. I mean, I'm not critiquing. I'm asking. Like I would have went when I've been stressed out, I made myself walk away and I did something YouTube-y. YouTube-y? Yeah, I like that. YouTube-y. That's pretty good.
Well, instead of doing that,
I was consuming. I don't know. Maybe it's different, but.
Yeah, I guess I'm the opposite because instead of that, I started watching this one YouTube channel, and I literally went through and watched like all of their videos, and that's like.
Was it Dole Whip Dads?
I've already seen all yours, at least for the last year, but I went through and just consumed and would click to the next, and they weren't productive. Now I started watching. I made a list of things that I want to learn how to do better on Adobe Premiere Pro. I want to dive into After Effects. I want to try out OBS, a new live streaming service that's very technical. It's very advanced for me. So I've been just consuming all of that ever since I got my phone back. And so I filmed a video.
Sean.
Yeah, I know. Jeff said, thanks, Sean.
But Michael's trying to get your attention. Anyway.
But yeah, I needed that moment to realize what I was doing wrong. And I have footage I can
Well, it
edit.
doesn't mean it was wrong. It's just what you did.
Well, yeah,
You
I
all need a
mean,
break, especially right now. My goodness.
yeah, it was just a bad
It
time
is.
to take a break where I could have used that time so much more wisely,
I
which
mean,
is originally how I looked at it, but then I didn't follow through. So it was it was a good learning lesson.
I mean, you're totally right. I'm not going to argue with you. You're totally right. It has been. It still is an opportunity. But if you need a break, you need a break. You got to listen to yourself. It's like your
Right.
body. I mean, if you need a break, you need a break. I mean, when you're tired,
Right.
go to bed. You know, when you're not tired, don't go to bed. So I mean, don't beat yourself too up is what I'm trying to say. But I did know. I mean, honestly, I did know that we have looked at this. I mean, we talk and we've looked at this very, very differently. And a couple of
Yeah.
people in the chat, one was, you know, I pointed out is here now, or at least was here earlier. It really intrigued me that we had so many, the people that commented on the show that were talking to me. Actually, another one's in the chat too. I see it now. So 2 of the 3 people have been in the chat tonight that I'm referring to, and they had such vast different opinions on what was going on right now, what has been happening, what could happen. For me, my perspective, and I don't know that I really think it's that different anytime, but it's always a day to take more land. It's always a day to take more. Oh, Washington County News Station, Utah. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
No, I have no. You going in the Wayback Machine, Washington County. I remember seeing you when I first was starting this journey. Welcome back, and thank you so much for that. Always honors me when you guys do that. So thank you. It's always time to take land. It's always time to grow your skill set. It's always time to connect more. One of the people we were talking about was, is it time to connect or is it not? One of the people was talking about, is it time to up your game? When this all started and it became clear that it wasn't going to be a week or two, it was going to be longer. I'm like, well, I honestly, the first thing I thought was I need to get in my garage and organize the dang place. All right.
Right.
I have not done that. But secondarily, I wanted to, I don't know if I would say take some classes, but up my game in some things. And then I overwhelmed myself with how many things I wanted to learn, and I had to really cut it back. And I'm happy now. Like if I was at the end, I'm happy I've done really PPP again, not to keep blowing him up right now, but it's the truth. The show we had, I knew about Canva already. I've had 2 staff that I've made at work. I made them use Canva. I made them learn Canva, and I knew it. I thought I knew it. I hadn't dove into it as much as I should have, but I'm working on the last 5 or so thumbnails, way less amount of time, and I think they're better. Now, they might just be better because they're new to me, and I already know that I didn't like my thumbnails before, so it might just be better because of that, but I'm just letting the pros do it, and I'll take the templates and I'll crank it out. And
Right.
So I am happy with what I've done, but it has been an opportunity, you know, and I'm creating a second channel. I've been hinting at it for a while, not because I've been wanting to hint at it, because I thought it would be done by now. I thought it'd be out by now, but I've taken the opportunity. Like, I don't know if people could tell. I doubt anyone's paying attention that close, but I feel like I've put out less content than pre-quarantine time, but that's because I know I'm creating content that's not out there for the public yet. That's just in the queue waiting for me to go live with it. And it feels like I'm cheating. Is that weird? Like, and I guess I'm saying this because you're saying to us and to yourself, oh, I didn't take advantage of what I consumed. I'm saying to myself and to us, I've done a lot, but it's not out there in the public yet. And it's just, in the end, it doesn't matter. Everything, looking back is a waste of time. Looking forward is the opportunity. But we have had a chance. Like, how are your analytics for the last 28 days?
Well, my subscriber count is way down. But my views are down a little bit, and my watch time is down a little bit, but I haven't been creating as much content. And normally I do my bi-weekly character warehouse. That adds a lot to it because each of those videos get a couple thousand views, which adds a lot to all of it. And then on top of it, I haven't been creating. But one positive that I noticed was that my watch time from subscribers is larger. So I have more subscribers consuming more of my content.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So after my DizTube show with Allie, we talked for a couple minutes afterwards, and I was talking about this kind of stuff. And frankly, she's having the same situation that I'm having, that a lot of people are, well, at least part of it. I'm in a very weird analytics position. The last 28 days, I'm ecstatic about all the metrics but one: subscribers.
Right.
I've had a good day today. I mean, I don't know the numbers right now, but whatever. But if you exclude today, I've been fairly flat. And it's all, don't compare yourself to, I don't even want to say the numbers, because whether you're high or you're low, it screws it up. My rate of growth on subscribers is down over the last 28 days, but my rate of growth on everything else, revenue and views and watch time, what am I forgetting? I guess that's everything, the main stuff. It's through the roof. It's really, really encouraging. And obviously we just added memberships to the channel, and that's been an unbelievable blessing, and I'm amazed by it. And so I'm really, really, really happy. Oh, and I have the second project that's about to go live. I'm very, very happy. And then I look at the subscription numbers and I'm like, what? This doesn't fit into this world right now.
Right.
And it is what it is. That, you know, I'm proud of one thing. I put it out on Instagram, and I on purpose wanted to share it here, because somebody smarter than me once said, this is the only metric that you can control. And yeah, I agree with that. I just got 1,000 uploads.
That's crazy.
So like I put on Instagram, apparently I need more attention in my life, but that's nuts. But
That is crazy.
That's a result of last year. I did an edited video every freaking day, and I had my show. So that was about minimum of 8 a week. Well, 8 times 52, that's 400 right there. And obviously I'm, you know, pushing this year pretty hard, but that's a lot of swings. I could easily go, oh my gosh, I have that many uploads and I only have that many subscribers. But the truth is the truth. I was high school talk. I was never the guy that had to be told to shoot. Right? If you passed me the ball in basketball, and I was a point guard, so that dude's supposed to pass the ball back. I'm shooting the ball and it's hitting the rim or it's going in. And I've never had trouble taking a shot, I guess is what I'm saying. I think a lot of people are afraid to take the shot. A lot of people spend 12 years planning their next step.
Right.
You know, I think that we should stop telling people what we're going to do and do it. And that's why I shut up about my next channel until I post. I should shut up about it. I should just make it happen. But it's weird. Like, even when I'm in a really, really happy place as it relates to the analytics, I still can't get off of that one troll, which in this case is my sub count. And I'm wondering if it's because of what you're talking about. And, you know, we're in a weird time, and it's easy to find the negative. I don't know. I'm probably having stupidity of the mouth right now. But what are your thoughts? I feel like I've rolled on that, and I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time.
Well, I know back in December, it is the iconic slower time for YouTubers. Like your views go down, your sub count goes down, all of that. And then come January, I was up like 200% all through like January and most of February on everything: views, sub count, watch time. Like, it was through the roof. I wasn't really cranking out more content. It wasn't even that. It was just the timing, the time of year. You know, the holidays are in December. January, everybody comes back to normal. They have less to do. They, you know, are looking for distractions. And then come all this, you know, all of that went down. But, you know, in addition to it, you got to take all the factors. It can't just be one thing. Like, oh, I'm going to blame it on this. Like, okay, well, I can blame it on pandemic, but I also can blame it on myself because I haven't putting out as much content. So,
I mean, well, and that's why I showed the upload thing. I can't control the click-through rate, getting the Orlando theme parks 360 thing. I can certainly work on my titles and my thumbnails, which has a large effect on it. But in the end, I can okay, saying I can't control it's maybe not the right way to say it. There are things I can control: thumbnails, title, the actual freaking content,
tag words,
uploads. There are things you can control, and then there's things you can't control. But he makes a good point. Orlando Theme Park 360. If your click-through rate went up, they are better. You're not qualified to judge your own content. You need the metrics on how YouTube viewers reacted to know. I agree with that 99%. Like, the 1%, you have to get better at being able to judge your own content. And how you judge your own content should not be, oh, I really like that. Of course you like it, or you wouldn't have posted it, right? What you have to be able to do, right? What you have to be able to judge. And I'm just taking his thoughts and trying to expand on them, at least my perspective of it. He's right. Like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to listen to hear it crash, does it make a noise? Yeah, there's just no one listening. Is the freaking answer. that. So if you're creating your freaking favorite thing ever and 8 people watch it, do better. You know, that's what I love, frankly, about YouTube. It doesn't have emotion. It just has algorithms.
Right.
And he's right. If your click-through rate's going up, you're doing a good job. You know, and that's not the only thing. I mean, obviously you can get them to click through and have crappy content and they can leave in 3 seconds. And, you know, so there's a lot more to it than that. But that is a really, really good point. I was bored late Friday night, so I went back to all my videos and used the TubeBuddy SEO tool. Oh, I lost my place. There we go. And got all my videos SEO to 100%. Did you really got them all to 100%? That's freaking amazing. I love the SEO tool. It's really the thing I use on TubeBuddy the most. I need to do better. By the way, if you want to check out TubeBuddy, you need to. www.tubebuddy.com/Dole Whip gets you a free download. And that, by the way, is our sponsor. That's Magic the Mouse TV. That's Bill. He's my buddy. Bill Guerrero Jr. and Bill Guerrero Sr. Are Magic the Mouse TV on YouTube and Magic the Mouse the podcast. They're awesome. They're my friends. Love their content. Love their podcast. Good news, Lynn. Have you heard the good news about the podcast?
I'm number 1.
No, you're not. But you know who is? They have a podcast. They have great guests like me and Lynn and PPP, who's in the chat, and Orlando guy who's in the chat, and a bunch of other people. And please, please, please don't listen to theirs, but listen to mine because I like winning. No, I'm just kidding. Go give them all some love. Check out.
Listen to them all. They're all great.
Especially mine, though. Especially mine. No, anyway. The podcasts are awesome. Just give it a check. Give it a look. You're going to like it. I said it on my last show. I'm going to say it again. The production value is great. They're great people. You're going to like them. If you don't like podcasts, what's wrong with you? But then go to their YouTube channel, Magic the Mouse TV. Blue Nose in the house. What's going on? So glad to see you here. Brian, I believe it was a lot of Creator Warehouse. I'm not sure who he's talking to there. What's her content as January for what? What's her content as Jan for travel usually? I don't know what that means. Oh, January. It's rough. Yeah. You know, again, we can do what we can do. I don't care what the calendar says outside of during Christmas time. I'm going to put out Christmas stuff, that kind of thing. You got to create, man. Take your shot. You know, if you're playing ball and it's raining, but the game goes on, you got to play, right?
Well, it's kind of like what Josh was talking about, and it really resonated with me about the evergreen content because for me.
Wait, listen, Stacy. Stacy also says listen to Jeff's.
Nope, she just said listen to mine.
And go Cowboys. That's what she said right there. All right, go ahead.
But the creating evergreen content, for me, that's really been my huge pillar of my channel is creating the resort and room tour videos.
Yeah, your room tours are absolutely evergreen. Absolutely.
Those just crank out still. I'll check, for, the last 48-hour views, and it's all of those videos always ranking the highest unless I have a live stream. But those are always right up there. So I'm always going back and kind of tweaking the keywords and trying to make it better. And if one of my videos isn't performing as well as some of the other ones, I have 2 that are creeping up on 20,000 views, which I'm super excited about.
How many?
2 of them are creeping up on 20,000 views. So that's really exciting. And that's the evergreen content that I have in my channel. And I'm trying to figure out how to make, like, my cocktail series, that Disney drinks, that should be evergreen content because they're not going to go away. They're still there. Or if somebody decides they want to learn how to make them, then that's another form of evergreen content that I'm trying to. Your resort room tour stuff, that is fully gold for you because it's well done. They're good videos. And every day, well, okay, not right now. As soon as the world gets back to normal, there's 1,000 people who are just, should I stay at All-Star Movie? Should I stay at the Poly, somewhere in between? Right.
Should I stay off, all the things. And it's a really good niche within our Disney niche. Is it niche or is it niche? I've heard people arguing lately. Is this about the virus too? When did this become a hard thing to figure out? Like, is it niche or niche?
I don't know. You're asking a girl that can't say any words right. So niche.
It doesn't matter. The answer is it doesn't matter. Hey, Danny, what's going on?
Tomato.
Let's call the whole thing off. Stacy says, nope, I don't like the Eagles anymore. Thanks, Stacy. It's about time. I've been rooting for you. The Orlando guy says, hit the wrong button. If the machinery of it all seems too big and scary and overwhelming, it's great. You wake up in the morning and you do it anyway. Martin Scorsese. I love me some Martin Scorsese. I don't know that quote before, but I love it. If the machinery of it doesn't seem big and scary you just have boring hobbies, right? And that's the thing that I've enjoyed. Like, I don't want to say I've enjoyed this time because that sounds so mean, because it is what it is. But I have had a blast having all the time to do things I want. Like, as an adult, this reminds me a lot of summer camp. Sorry, I know it's a pandemic and maybe I'm just Pollyannaing the heck out of this, but in my whole life, since I had to go to work at, I don't know, 20 or whatever it was, until I retire, this has been the most time that I could do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And I do want to do YouTube. I want to do YouTube. There's other things I do too, but YouTube, I've had fun with some other stuff. I pronounce an audience. Ooh, that's good. OTP 360. I like that. Niche, he pronounces it audience. That's good. That's good. I like that a lot. And easier to pronounce. Stacy Rogers says, did you fall and hit your head? She bleeds cowboy blue. Nice. Do you guys pay for TubeBuddy? If so, good question. That's Danny, Life of Danny. Ask the question, do you guys pay for TubeBuddy? If so, do you use it on mobile? www.youtube.com/Dole Whip will get you a free download. Download is a new thing. It'll also get you a download, which is actually what it is. Download is what happens when you have too heavy of an earring. Download is what you get when you go to TubeBuddy.com/Dole Whip. And it's awesome. It's free. I'm a affiliate. It's free. Did I say that? The download is free. Did I say that enough times? It's free. If you decide to upgrade and pay for it, they'll pay me 30%. If I get 25 downloads, they'll pay me 40%. If I get 250, they'll pay me 50%. And yeah, people like Roberto Blake are making over $100,000 a year because he's a super affiliate. He's at 50%, and that's amazing. But Danny, it is free. 4 years, well, year and a half, 2 years, I was using the free version. Now, I wasn't using it very well. I do have the Legend version now, and that's $75 a month, and they've hooked me up with that. But you don't need it yet, Danny. I know where you're at in your journey. The free is plenty for you. And yes, you can use it on mobile. I use the TubeBuddy mobile app every single day. Lynn, you are new to the paid version of TubeBuddy. Are you loving it? How do you use it for Danny and for anybody else in chat?
I started with the free version. I got it on mobile, and then Janae, and I went on to, I think they had a Black Friday deal or something like that for Pro for $30 for, I don't know, 2 years or something like that. So I got that, and I had the Pro. I used that for a while, and then same as you, I recently got upgraded to Legend about a week ago. So I plan on diving into that, using the A/B testing. But I think that the free version for anyone starting out has more than enough awesome tools that you can use. I also have an affiliate link. It's TubeBuddy / Lynn project. And you can use that.
You download it and you don't use one of those two, you're just mean. You're just mean. What is it again? I didn't hear what you said. www.tubebuddy.com/what?
The Lynn project.
Use it, people. It's free. It's awesome. And she gets potentially paid.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy it. I like it a lot for SEO search and keyword tagging. It takes some time, but it's a really important step in people being able to find your videos.
Yeah. I haven't really learned the other things yet. Like, it's funny, when I do a thing on TubeBuddy, at the end, I almost always go, oh, I got to figure out A/B testing for 2 reasons. One, the show, and 2, my friend Lynn. And I want to learn it for me too. But we talk about it every week, and I haven't jumped in on it yet. Gen A, that means memberships. So last week, Gen A wasn't here last week. Last week, we talked about memberships on YouTube. They gave it to a lot more creators. I'm honored that they gave it to me. So if you're in green, like the Lynn Project is, that means they signed up for one of the levels of membership on my channel. Just another way for people to support creators. It's pretty cool. And there's a little bit of exclusive content.
It's basically the same in comparison to a Patreon is what it is.
Except for it's on platform, not off. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have the benefits in chat and all of that right on YouTube.
Mikey, who likes the Jets, which is not as bad as the Eagles, but it's pretty close. Also says Boo Eagles. Hola, says Gonzo. Look at Gonzo. I told you I could speak a little Spanish. I knew what you said when you said hola. It's a thing that the people in Hawaii spin around and around. Never mind.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. That's my favorite. I get that at Taco Bell. Version. This wouldn't be family. I know. Who knows? I'm in a weird mood. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a TubeBuddy, so am I. Hey. Buenos noches. I don't know what that means, but it's fun to say. Who dat say? A lot of football talking here. Third stream today with Gonzo. Gonzo's everywhere. But go Cal. Yeah, Mikey. See, I knew you. So anyway, I wanted to talk about a couple other things with that too. So did I say Olaf? I don't think I said Olaf. I don't think I did. Did I say Olaf?
I don't know. I'm not keeping count tonight, Jeff.
I don't know. You know what else I did? I wrote down notes, which Lynn knows. You might not know if you're not Lynn, but Lynn knows I never do that. But oh yeah, so I wrote down some stuff that we're just gonna bounce all over. And frankly, Danny's in here, and I love Danny. Danny's a friend of mine. I'm helping Danny with his channel, his new channel, and we had a show a couple weeks ago about those growth streams and why they're a waste of time. And somebody else told this story, and it's just really good. So, like, have you ever been at a party, and you walk in late, maybe, right? And there's all those people over there, and they're having a conversation. You'd like to go and get involved. We've all been there, right? Have you been there, Lynn?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
And so, let's say you're selling Tupperware, okay? Let's just say you're selling Tupperware, which maybe you do. I don't know. Would you walk over to that group, and you don't know anybody yet, right? You don't know anybody, and you walk over to that group and say, "Hey, everybody, I'm selling Tupperware. It's $9.99 today." Would you do that? Of course.
You'd be shut down with some ice cold shoulders.
And you wouldn't know why, right? Because it's the same thing. Like those networking, those growth streams, they're truly networking for dummies, and it's a waste of time. So it's like introducing people who want something out of you to your content. So like if you're going to those channels and you're, "Hey guys, this is my name, come sub to me, I'll sub to you too," you're introducing your channel to people who are going to come in exchange for something else. They're not coming because they like your content. They're not coming because they like your name. They're not coming because they like your thumbnails. They're not coming because they like your niche or audience. They're coming because they're going to get something back. You're setting yourself up for failure. If you walk into a room at the dance and you say, "Hey everybody, I can't get anybody to look at me. Will you please look at me so I can dance? Somebody can dance with me?" It's unlikely you're going to get a partner. True or false?
Yeah, not a good idea. Don't do that.
Why do people not know that? Like, why do we need a class? Should we all go to Harvard? What's hard about that? Like, I feel like we've had a little bit of an argument in our show here. Even we've look. The elephant in the room is people are mad at us right now because we're telling the truth. And I don't care. Why would I care? But if you come to this channel and you're asking for advice, I didn't make you come, but my advice is, don't you want people who like your content on your channel, or are you just after a freaking number? Lynn.
So the big point with that I want to make and really drive home is that somebody that's sub for sub is going to click on your video, write a comment like, "Hey, want to be friends?"
No, by the way, the answer is no. No, I
don't. But they're clicking on your video for 1 second, commenting, and then clicking off. My most successful videos, my resort and room tours, are because of my audience retention. People are staying for 30% of my video or longer. All of those videos are around 30 minutes. Those are the ones that get pushed into suggested. Those are the ones that get promoted by YouTube. And that is what you want. Somebody that clicks on a video and clicks off within a few seconds is telling YouTube, nobody likes your video. No one likes your content. Don't watch it.
Hold on. I didn't hear that. Can you say that again for everyone who is multitasking? Hey, come back. Listen to Lynn. What was that? Say that again, because that's so good.
So when you're doing sub for sub, they are clicking on your video, commenting, and clicking off. YouTube reads that as they don't like your content. It is not watch worthy, and it will not be pushed into suggested. Same with my resort and room tours. All of my audience retention is above 30%, and they're over 30-minute videos or right around. That is great audience retention, and that is where in my analytics, YouTube analytics say, how was my video found? The biggest one is from my search keywords,
And
and
did they
then
say?
the next one is YouTube suggested videos. So don't do stuff for stuff, because people are gonna YouTube algorithm is gonna think your videos are crap.
You're ensuring that if you get what you want, YouTube knows your channel sucks. Wait,
Yeah.
What did you say? Hold on, I'll say it again. You're ensuring that the YouTube algorithm believes, whether it's true or not, your channel sucks. That video sucks. Because if this video, this isn't a video, this is a live stream. If my last video I had 20 new people subscribe to I would like that, right? I like bigger numbers is better. 20 new subscriptions would be awesome. I would love that. Please feel free to subscribe. But if you click on it, you watch it for 3 seconds and then you leave, it's going to put it out less. Here's the thing. Here's the misnomer, and I hope everyone in chat knows this, but if you don't, here it comes. YouTube is on your side. Duh. I'm going to say something that I said in my COPPA video that pissed a bunch of people off. Cool. If you don't know that, if you got mad by that, if you think that the YouTube algorithm is trying to keep you down because you're not a big guy, you're just too dumb and it's not going to work, and you should probably go somewhere else. Sorry, but that's the truth. Because YouTube's goal is to have you be successful. Why would that be the case? They want people to have a platform.
Money. Yeah.
It's so selfishly, ignorantly myopic. Myopic? I think, yeah. To think that the YouTube algorithm is just for the big people. They push out little people more if you have good retention, because they want more. Roberto Blake's not having trouble. People getting, Peter McKinnon's not having trouble. Casey Neistat's not having trouble. They're going to do fine because they are who they are. They're always looking for the next person. It's geared towards you if you're new. Now, if you got a bunch of people who show up and they leave within 20 seconds, why would the algorithm keep putting that out? And I think that another thing I want to say, because it seems to have been a big thing this weekend with people who've been asking me questions, stop trying to beat the algorithm. It's smarter than you. It's by definition a freaking algorithm. It doesn't care about your feelings. That's what I say. OTP says if you confuse the YouTube machine on who wants your content, every time it suggests it to the wrong person, it won't work. And only 2 or 3 videos before it barely tries. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm only cares if people come see it and come stay. I don't want to be too simplistic. New YouTubers don't always look for good information because they don't want they don't know what they need yet. But that's probably true, Hitchhiking Bones. But generally, they're getting advice from bad advice givers, and they're looking for a shortcut.
Yeah.
Don't ask your mom, friends, other creators to join. You need real YouTube. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Those people who are after the first 100 subs, 1,000 subs, it's hard, man. Come on. Every single one of us, our first subscriber was probably us, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure I will.
Why wouldn't you?
Right? So, because it says 0, and that's freaking embarrassing. It's like that first time you go live. Oh my gosh, please somebody show up, right? Oh, I'm not even going to look at the number. I don't want to see the number because what if it's 0? By the way, new people, that is 100% a great, if I do say so myself, and I do, advice. Just cover up the number. If you're worried about it, cover it up.
Yeah.
You need to be talking to the people who are watching on the replay. Okay? That's what you need to do. This conversation is for people in chat, but it's also for the people in replay. And if you have to pick one or the other, talk to people in replay. Don't look at the number. You know what? I watch so many people that they start their live stream like, all right, let's wait for somebody to get here. Don't do that.
No, just keep talking.
Yeah, well, start what you're saying. So I guess I got a little bit off topic, but the conversations that I had after the stream with Gonzo this morning, it was 3 different people asking different versions of the same question, and they were on different sides of the discussion. It was kind of fascinating to me. We all been there, right? Did you think early on that you were trying to fool the algorithm or take advantage of the algorithm, Lynn?
I want to take advantage of the algorithm. YouTube knows what kind of content I'm consistently putting out and what is successful viewing for my audiences. So I feel like that came to be something that YouTube recognized for my channel, because it's not people it's an algorithm, it's science, it's math. Like, not science. It's math. It's all numbers that are far above and beyond what I can even begin to comprehend, but they know what they're doing. And you need to create some kind of consistency, which I'm not great about. There were certain things that I was, but things have changed recently.
I think that if I could help any creator, new creator, it would be for them to understand the truth that is simply this: YouTube is on your side. It's fully stupid to believe otherwise. It's really insanely selfish to think that YouTube's not on your side. I mean, right?
No, of course they're gonna make money. We're gonna make pennies on like what we're like, more food please. Can I have another? And they're scraping it all in and they're giving us like the crumbs, and that's why we're doing other things like signing up for affiliate links and Patreons and memberships and stuff like that to help support your favorite creator. And also, like Tina McNeil just popped up. She is another awesome supporter that plays our videos, helps our retention, even though she never has to do that ever. But
hopefully whoever's watching, from Tina, who we know well, to somebody that we've never met, hopefully if they're watching, it's because they find some value. I mean, and there's the other piece too. I apologize if I'm interrupting you, but newbies and veterans all alike need to know that if you're providing value, like Orlando Theme Park said, you can't. It doesn't matter if you think it was good. If you're providing value, they watch. If it's the best thing in the world in your brain and no one watches, I got news for you. It's not the best thing in the world. Everyone on YouTube is not wrong. Everyone on YouTube is a massive number, which is proof. It's impossible without a manipulative leader at YouTube to not have the cream rise. Like, I'm not mad at Tim Tracker because he gets more views than me. It's the scoreboard. Like, did you play sports at all, Lynn?
No.
Okay, we talked. Okay. In the end, if I was the quarterback on one side and the linebacker was over there, and I'm yelling at the linebacker, "Oh man, you stink! We're way better than you. I'm better than you, and my team's better than yours." And then we look up on the scoreboard, and his team's got 49, and mine's got 0. Who's better? Scoreboard.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's not. Tim Tracker's not to be jealous of. Tim Tracker. I mean, I'm just picking him because he's the biggest one in our niche. But I don't. It's really truly scoreboard. Like, YouTube wants you to win.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm getting a little off topic. Scott Fitcher in the house. I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Really good to see you. I really enjoy Scott's channel. If you're into the creator talk space, and you are because you're here, Scott's whole channel is that really, really good stuff. I really, really enjoy it. All it takes is one video, and your chances get better and better as your library grows. If you want a viral video, there's one way to do it: post a video. And if it wasn't that one, post another one. Take swings, take shots. Michael Jordan missed more shots than anybody ever. Babe Ruth struck out more than anybody. I'm very proud that I hit the 1,000th upload. Very proud, because that's the one metric that I can control.
Right. I think that the biggest thing for me is, wow, they're talking in the background. I totally forgot what I was going to say. That'll come back to me.
Oh, you're in the house? Oh, I didn't even hear him until. Doesn't matter. You hear it way more than us, I promise. Oh boy, chat just bounced a lot. Guys, I appreciate you guys all in chat. I see a lot of members in the chat. I see a lot of new people in the chat. Resort budgeting, hello. Orlando guy says the audience retention on that episode is huge. Hey, Pirate Princess Red, welcome in. Tina McNeil, by the way, we're talking about you because you popped in. We love you. Thanks again, Pirate Princess Red, Tina McNeil. They're in green because they're members, and I appreciate everybody, especially the members. Mars in the house.
I remembered. I remembered my thought.
Please
let me say it before I forget it again.
Wait, let's interrupt her again. See if it. No, never
mind. Value, like providing value, whether, and I've said this over and over again, and I truly believe it, and it's providing value to your viewer, whether you need to figure out what your target audience is and who you want to watch your video, and then create value for that viewer. And it can't just be for yourself, like something that you just like. If it's something you like Josh and I have talked about this before too, what you're passionate about, your passion drives home through your content. And if you're passionate about it and other people are, and you're providing value to them, that's how you get the view. And that's how I've tried to formulate my my channel and try to get better at all the other things that go along with it. So it's a higher quality viewing pleasure as I provide value.
Yeah, that's good.
Like I bought a gimbal just to do my resort and room tours so that the entire thing was smooth. And by the end, my, chicken arms are a little bit tighter.
I feel that stuff. I really do. Like,
but it's that thing, the value, and whether the value, like Josh said it earlier, and I 1000% believe this and have believed it for my entire YouTube journey, is whether it's making someone laugh or teaching them a new skill or showing them a place they didn't know, and whatever that value is, you need to target that and build off of it. That's my 2 cents.
No, that's good. That was worth way more than 2 cents. No downscale, you rocked. Henry Hudson, I love saying that name too because it makes me think of cars. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, Resort TV one was going strong tonight. I saw. I appreciate you popping in. Michael S. in the house. What's going on, Michael S.? Hope you're doing well. Holding up during all this crazy stuff going on. Way behind in chat, guys. Again, please don't take it personally if I missed your chat or I skipped over it or whatever. Just I'm honored that there's so many people in here, and I'm just not really good at this stuff. The chat, keeping up with the chat. When is Scott scheduled to be on Creator Talk? We're gonna need to talk to Scott. I would love to have him on. Absolutely. I like IG stories. It's let me be me. Amen, Michael. See, and that's the thing. A couple people were saying that in chat. You got to know your audience, right? We've been saying that all night. And PPP Josh was saying that on his ToolBox show, which you absolutely need to check it out. I absolutely love ToolBox. Josh
fantastic.
From Perfect Park Hopping every other week or twice a month or whatever the heck it is. Just hit the notification bell, check it out. If you want to learn how to grow, you're going to miss out if you don't watch that show. I'm going to support that in every way I can. Anyway, he talked about exactly that. You don't have to be on Instagram what you are on YouTube. You don't have to be on YouTube what you are on Facebook. I love food. I love Disney. I love sports. I love leadership. I love my family. There's lots of things I love. And, you just got to decide what you want to do with it. You can be a generalist, and it's going to take you longer to get there. You can get there, but it's gonna be harder. For me, I've talked about this before. I was Disney last year. Then I've tried to Creator Talk. I've tried to expand it, and then Disney Pins. I've tried to niche it down. So half of my new shows were niched down from the general Disney, and one was niched out and up. That might be overly nerdy, but that's what I tried to do with having Creator Talk in the Disney Pins live shows that I added this year. I don't know if that makes any sense. It made sense.
I just dropped Josh's link in the chat. If anybody isn't subscribed to him or wants to check out the toolbox, his link is right there. It is so helpful, and it's a great addition to our show, I think, because we discuss and hop onto different topics, and he is a different sort of tool for creators. So our shows complement each other so well.
I think so too.
If you're not subscribed, please go check out the replay. Toolbox, he just streamed about 2-3 hours ago, and it was awesome. I highly, highly recommend it.
Totally agree. Expedition Greg, first of all, welcome in. And thank you so much. $5 super chat from Expedition Greg. I'll say it. Expedition Greg is the person who reached out to me and said, hey, do you have memberships? And I think my response was, no, I don't have 30,000 subs yet. I don't remember what I said, but I know that's what I went in my head. He's all, no, check it out. I got it yesterday or whatever he said. And yeah, it's been a blessing to me and my family and my channel. So Greg, thank you for that. And thanks for the super chat, buddy. I really appreciate it. So there was some news that I really thought I was going to, Mikey, you too, buddy. I would say go Jets, but that would be a lie. But YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, however you say her name, did an interview with CNN, Brian Seltzer. I think it was called Reliable Sources. Pretty sure it's a podcast and a TV show that they do on CNN. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big CNN. Oh man, he just became a member too. Thank you, Greg. Just speaking of members, thank you for becoming a member right there. Please, I think I have your email, but please, if you're a member, whether you're Greg or a veteran member, send me your email. Send it to me on doledad@gmail.com or on Instagram or on Twitter. There's 2 or 3 of you that I still can't get a hold of, and I can't assure you'll read stuff, and I want to make sure you get the stuff that we're going to be doing. So hit me up. But thank you. But anyway, CEO Susan of YouTube, did this interview with the CNN guy. And I don't watch a lot of CNN, I'm going to be honest with you, but it was interesting. I felt like it was pandering, and I thought tonight's show I thought it was going to be our lead topic, frankly, Lynn. But I just went away from it because I listened to it for the second time, I don't know, last night or whatever, and it seems so BS-y fake. I think the interviewer guy, I can't think of his name, Did I just say it? Doesn't matter. Annoying news guy on CNN, whatever. And it felt like he was trying to almost place blame, this is just my opinion, on her for not knocking down the bad advice and information around the pandemic and the virus. And, you know, she was talking about how he wanted to see how it's changed. He was trying to get her, in my opinion, to say, we'll take things down and we'll control it. I think that I'm not getting to this very well. It's weird how the media, the public, the government all think that someone else is supposed to do it. Like, it's weird being on a part of YouTube and having people talk about censoring other people. Like, I believe in people more than I probably should. I believe that if somebody on Facebook says, I don't know, I think there was somebody in Arizona who died because they drank some, I don't want to get this wrong, some fish aquarium cleaner because it sounded something like the drug that people think might help in this situation. And I don't know, I'm screwing it up, and the last thing I want to do is screw this up. But like, if you're really taking your medical advice from Jimmy on YouTube, you probably have bigger issues than that's dumb. Talk to your doctor. And
Right.
it's to filter down to us. Yeah, I'm screwing up. Scott, I know. There you go. There you go. You guys in chat know it better than me. Hydrochloroquine fish tank cleaner. Yeah, okay. So I don't understand the whole thing, and I don't want to screw it up, but a couple of you saying that. I think that there's some responsibility with being on the freaking planet. Like I live now in Texas. I grew up in San Diego. I swear I'm getting to a point here. I swear I'll get there. I grew up in San Diego. Okay. We didn't have freaking tornadoes in San Diego. In San Diego, we had perfect weather. Then I move out here to insane asylum weatherland, and they have big, Dorothy. I thought that was a Wizard of Oz. I thought that was like a fiction show. No, it's real. Houses really fly away. It's insane. But there's some idiots here who the sirens are going off, and they're like, yeah, we'll be fine. And then there's hail bombs coming down that are breaking your car into pieces.
Right.
And they're too stupid to know they're too stupid to get out of the danger.
Right.
And I think in our community, there's got to be some responsibility for your content, but there's got to be some responsibility for who you listen to. And I'm trying to bring this to the creator thing. I was talking to Josh about this. I was giving him my opinion. I think there's so much bad information on what is the right way to grow. And there's probably no right way. There's certainly not one right way to do it, but there's certainly a bunch of wrong ways to do it.
Yeah.
And it comes down to this for me, and then I'll shut up and get your opinion. For me, it comes down to this stupid human trait. If you expect somebody to do something for you, you're probably too selfish. And if you expect yourself to give value to somebody else, you're going to do well on YouTube and in life.
Yeah.
I'll repeat it. Serve, give, provide value, and you get everything you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep scoring. Well, I'm watching his channel, but is he watching me? Or I've commented on their last 3 videos, and they never comment on mine.
Right.
You're a lunatic, and you're going to have trouble in life, let alone YouTube. I'll do my best to shut up. We both know I won't. What are your thoughts?
No, I agree. I got lost down that track early on in my beginning YouTube days where I was like, oh, I need to support my friends. I need to watch all their videos. I need to be in all of this. But then I found after a few months of it, it wasn't working because I wasn't creating, because I was consuming, which is my problem that I got back into in this last month. And I'm like, what am I doing? I already learned this lesson like 7 months ago. And it's not that I don't love the community. I love the community. I love my friends. Sure. I want to be there whenever I can to support everyone that I can. I enjoy this whole community and all of the friends that I have met. And I talk to a lot of you guys regularly, and it means the world to me. But I am one person, and I only have a measured amount of time. And if I spend that time watching everyone else's videos, I will never create, which will hold me back ultimately. And
so true. Right on the mark.
I want to provide that value. There are so many people that are subscribed to my channel that are here for the content I put out. And if I'm not doing that, I'm failing them, and they will go away. If I'm not putting content out, why would they stay? I don't blame them. Why would you stay? You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
and so that's really, don't feel bad. Don't apologize. You've said that a million times. You've said it to me before. Don't apologize. It's
I hate it when
not
people tell me sorry. I hate it. If you tell me sorry for 3 times, I probably am saying to you, no, sorry, don't tell me sorry, or I don't care. Like if you've told me sorry more than 3 times and I haven't said, shut up with your sorry, I just don't care.
yeah.
I can't stand sorry. I hate it. It's backwards looking. It's irrelevant. It's like the troll in chat. Who cares?
Right.
Do you expect me to be perfect? Do you expect my past to be perfect? Who freaking cares? Like I'll say I'm sorry, like, hey, sorry I was late to this. I mean, there's plenty of times for sorry, but I don't know. Sorry is overused. Blue Nose, wait a minute, I storm chase. There's an insult in there somewhere, Jeff. No, that's an invitation. I'm inviting myself to storm chase with you. That is number 1 on my list, dude. So if you ever want to do that in the Texas world, I am in. I will drive. I will passenger. I will sit in the trunk. I want to be there with my camera. I totally want to do that. JLB Nerdy says, I don't know where you live, Blue Nose.
Illinois, Chicago.
Yeah, I do know that. That's right. I do know that. Well, I'll meet you halfway. Question: do the bulk of our creators try to do this YouTube thing for money? I don't know. That's a hard question. I believe probably yes. I'm going to ask Lynn what she thinks. I think that they do, and I think it's the worst business plan of all time. I say that fully believing that this is still a full-time income possibility. But here's the thing: it's a 5 to 7 year plan. I'm not Daryl Eves. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not. I have a full-time job. Like if I were, look at real talk, if I was 16 and I wasn't, old fat guy, if I was 16 today, I would probably spend 2 years full-time YouTubing because of what I know. 50-year-old Jeff knows enough. And I do think it's full-time income. I do. I can do math. And I know a lot of people don't like money talk, and my other channel is going to have a lot of money talk on it. So that's why I'm separating it. A lot of money talk on the new channel. But, I want to save some of my powder for that show and some videos I've already created that just aren't public yet. But it drives me crazy when people do both things. One, they start off with, they got 4 subscribers and they're talking about monetization, and they're not talking about how to edit, how to grow a community,
yes,
how to involve music in your videos, whatever you want to do. They don't want to learn the creation. They want to ask a million questions about monetization and how to get paid and Patreon and all of these things. And so they're going to mature and grow or fail. That's it. Then there's the other side that are like, yeah, I don't want your money. I mean, I don't want your money. I am blessed by it if you share it with me. I'm not asking anyone. I guess I do ask. If you want to be a sponsor, reach out to me, email me. When I'm done here, I have 2 people that I'm honored to say that I have to respond to that have asked me about sponsorships for May and beyond. I'm stoked about that. And I make no apologies for that. If that turns you off, I don't care. I've been talking to some friends about memberships. 3 or 4 of my very, very, very good friends, me and Lynn have talked about this off stream, have not activated. Is that the right word? Memberships. I don't understand
Activate.
Activate. I know, good word. I don't understand that. Like, you're not making somebody, you're providing it for value. And the argument seems to be, well, I don't want anyone to be excluded. People are excluded right now. You can't control that. Not everyone's on YouTube.
This isn't a participation prize, okay?
I don't understand the thinking there. I just really don't.
I don't agree with that. We do have a couple questions. Life of Danny asks us, how do you create and gain so many subscribers and not asking anyone to subscribe? Create
Danny,
value.
But the fact that you threw in there but not asking people, dude, Danny, golly, you don't want people to subscribe because you ask them to. You want people to subscribe because they like your content.
Right.
You have to create and get good at creating and stop asking people. Look, raise your hand if you're a member of my chat, and if Danny or anybody else said, hey, please subscribe to me, you'd zap them before I even knew it. I wouldn't even see you anymore. You'd be gone. And you don't want that anyway. You want them to like your stuff. If you're doing a skateboarding channel, do you really want me as a subscriber? You don't, because I'm not going to watch it. If I watch it for 4 seconds, I'm going to leave. And
Right.
we just
I
said,
never watch another thing that you do.
and that hurts your algorithm.
Exactly what I said.
Yes, we just said this. Stop asking people. It hurt. Or you know what? Or keep asking people and be surprised why your channel doesn't grow. We just explained it.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to it again.
Well, that's why you'll see someone with 1,000 subscribers and they upload a video and there's 10 views 2 days later, because they don't have quality. They're not putting out something that is providing value. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being honest. I'm trying constructive criticism. That's just what it is. And if you have 600 subscribers, whatever the number is, it doesn't matter. If you're putting out content and no one is watching it, take that in. Exactly. Take that in. Evaluate, how can I do what I did this time? How can I do it better the next time? I deal with that on a daily basis. I was super frustrated before this, trying to film something. I don't have the background that I want, but I tried to make the best of it and added another camera to make a better view. I'm going to work with it and see what I can put out. And you've got to get creative. Try something new. Don't stick with the same thing. If it's not working, fix it.
Yeah.
Try something else. Don't keep doing the same thing.
Yeah. Unless it's working, and then do more of that.
Exactly.
OTP 360 says, I forget subscribing as an option, so reminding me sometimes helps me remember. Listen, I'm not saying in your video don't say, and by the way, subscribe and hit the like button. I think that's very valuable and you should do that. What Danny's saying is, hey, when I'm in chat, like, I love you, Danny. Don't take it personally, but here comes some truth. You being in chats to get subscribers is a losing strategy. Being involved in communities certainly will help you. If you're involved in the community, if you're talking in chat, if they see you a bunch of times and you're providing value and you're friendly and become friends, like I've got mods in the chat right now who I've talked to about when they say hi to me and I don't know them, I bounce them. That's a little rough, and I've asked people to give people a chance. It's usually teenage kids who just want subs and they say hi 1,000 times.
Right.
So they see their own name in chat. Love you, Danny. I'm talking to you. And you hope that, and you believe that means you're going to go get subscribers. Even if you were right in that, it doesn't help your channel. As we've already talked about, the algorithm will see that people leave. Okay.
Right.
So you can believe me or not. I don't really care, but I'm here to help you with that, and stop doing that. It hurts you. Why would I tell you to stop doing that if it helps you? That would be stupid, right? I'm telling you to stop. And I'm talking to Danny directly here, and anybody else who needs that, that's great. Dean, oh, where'd it go? Why does it do that? It's like it knows when I'm going to read somebody's stuff. Dean says, if I had a skateboarding channel, I know I sure wouldn't watch it. I mean, I don't care about skateboarding. I grew up right down the street from Tony Hawk, and I've never watched a skateboarding video in my life, but people will. But no, but I do like Tony Hawk. He's a pretty cool guy. I have thought about it ever since Twister. I want to do that. Tina and Jeff and Blue Nose are going storm hunting. Let's go.
Nope, I'm out. I'll be hiding somewhere.
Oh man, I would be scared, but well,
I'll be laying in my bed falling fast asleep because the sound relaxes me, but I don't want to go out in it.
Yeah, I like the sound too. That's great. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Right? Right.
You know, doing the same thing over and over again, and it fails, then expecting it to be successful the next time because it's something different. You got to switch it up. You got to change your methods and try something new. I'm trying to add in different things and working on it. And that's the consuming part that I've switched out recently, is how can I create better content that is more appealing to my subscribers or my potential subscribers, where they see, text moving in and out professionally. It looks professional, a more professional creation where it will retain them longer. Well, maybe if they clicked off of it and in a minute, maybe they'll stay until 3 minutes to see what I have to say and give me more of a chance, whereas maybe they wouldn't have before because I have a crappy kitchen. I don't know.
I'm not watching her. I see the chips in the background. I'm out.
I
said
took
nobody
all
ever.
of the chips and bread down because of what you said.
What? Now I'm sad. I do like
Yeah.
your new background though. I also like chips, and you probably added a pound to my belly, which didn't need any help. Um,
Also,
go ahead.
one other thing, like unrelated, is be yourself. To those people that are starting out, there's a difference between having a voice where, like, I speak more professional when I am doing a video that is teaching somebody how to make a Disney cocktail than I do on a live stream, but it is to teach someone something, to provide that value, but just be yourself. Don't try to be someone else, and people will, I mean, unless you
How
suck.
sad would it be if you were being someone else and you hit it big? Let's say you go viral, but you're acting like David Dobrik or you're acting like whoever. You're just going to be. You're not an actor. If you were an actor, you'd be acting. That's stupid.
I think
That's low self-esteem.
right. Trying to
It's
keep
really
up
dumb
the
strategy.
thing is, if you do that, consider this. You'll have to keep up that facade. You'll have to keep up that persona 1000% of the time, or someone is going to seep through the cracks. Someone is going to expose you. Someone will see you. And if you do make it big on
You
being
will
fake,
expose you. We expose ourselves, the good and the bad, right?
exactly. It's going to come out. So you're going to be more comfortable being yourself than being someone else, I think, in my opinion. That is just my opinion. And
I mean, keep going, but that's a really good point that I'm going to amplify when you're done.
you just need to exude that, and that is the one thing that sets us apart from everyone else. Is I could have the same kind of video as 10,000 other people, but I am me and they are them, and I'm going to put out my version with my personality and my 2 cents on it, and people are going to like it for that. Whereas I hope that amplifies it, that I add my, touch on it, and the little Lynn project dorky whatever it is, you get what you get thing. And
You're way less dorky than you think you are. I'm just going to throw that out there.
You're giving me too much credit, but yes, I
You've
think
known me
that
for a while. I pretty
yeah,
much. Come on.
that
I'll just get
is,
that one.
just be yourself and stay true to yourself and put your personality on display, because that
You're
can
good
be,
enough because you're good enough.
yes,
No,
like
but I can't. Because you're good enough.
yes,
I love self-esteem talk. But here comes annoyed Jeff self-esteem talk. You're good enough. Shut up with I'm not good enough. That is the most selfish freaking thing. I hate it. So I work with kids, okay? So watch out for me if you're a 9-year-old little kid, because I'm going to crush you when you come with me. Oh, I'm not. Yes, you are. Good enough. You are. It's so arrogant. Listen to me, because I mean this, and this is contrarian, and people get pissed, and I don't care. I don't care. It's so arrogant. I get called arrogant all the time because I love me some me. You know what's arrogant? Arrogant is telling the world you're not good enough so you get attention. That's what's freaking arrogant. It drives me batty. Sorry for truth.
yeah,
Sorry for saying something that probably no one else has said to most people in here. Arrogant is telling people, oh, I need attention. I'm not good enough. Yes, you are. Shut up. And
right,
ready, set. You are sitting in front of right now the best opportunity to share your voice, to share your content, to share your passion, to share your you. And
yeah,
if you're just going to lie to the world and tell everyone, I don't think I'm good enough, will you please tell me that my butt looks good in these pants? Because that's what that is.
yeah,
You know you're good enough. You're not broken. You're good enough. And it pisses me off. Can you tell? It pisses me off when people want the attention of the lie that is, I'm not good enough. Now, if you
right,
truly have a self-esteem issue, that's a little bit different. But I don't really have much belief in the words that are, I'm not good enough, but I'm going to do a video so everybody can see it. You must
yeah,
think you have
yeah,
something to say,
yeah,
or you just like the pain of, like, I mean, if you can't, like, if I had to speak in Spanish, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel because I don't know how to do it yet, right? If I couldn't make words come out my mouth, I wouldn't talk on. I would have to learn how to talk first, right? Like, so
yeah,
I'm not saying that everyone can do this. That's not what I'm saying, but pretty much you already know if you can, talk out loud, right? I mean, right? Am I off? I hate it when people say they're not good. What did you say that got me all fired up? I don't know. It drives me batty because this
Be
is,
yourself.
yes, this is the best distribution tool for people's viewpoints, opinions, passions,
Yes.
blah, 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 ever invented. And if you can't get over that and you want to just, oh, but the YouTube algorithm, oh, but I'm not pretty enough, oh, but I'm not smart enough, oh, but my lighting, oh, but my camera, shut the heck up and create and get better
Yeah.
today than you were yesterday. I'll do my
Yeah.
best to shut up. I'll probably not succeed. Apparently I didn't scare too many people away, but the number didn't go down. But am I off? Does that shock you? Does that piss you off? Tell me the truth.
I don't think you can really shock me anymore.
Mar, I do not see. That's how mad I get about pickles right there. I hate freaking pickles.
I think that the most amazing thing, and that was so unexpected that I never thought going into all this, I never thought I wanted to be heard by the internet. I never thought that I wanted people to listen to me. Before I started YouTube, I uninstalled Facebook, I uninstalled Instagram, I uninstalled all of my social media completely for about a year. I didn't go on any of it. And then I was like, I want to do this thing. I'm going to figure it out. And then I went full force into it. I put myself out there and I knew that I had a voice that I wanted to be heard. And I was 1000% ready to accept anything coming in, whether it was positive or negative. I hope that it was mostly positive, that I was providing value, that I would receive back. That was my payment at the time. That was my payment, was providing value. It still is. Like, that is my biggest purpose in starting this whole journey, was to provide value. And in any,
one of the main reasons why you will succeed.
I love that, because that feeds me. Like, that makes me happy that I helped someone else plan their next Disney trip, or I made somebody laugh. All of that.
And if you just think how you can provide value, two things happen. You'll get everything you want, and you'll love you. Like when people are little Anthony Robbins coming at you here, but he's going to do it better. His head is bigger than mine, and that's because he's smarter than me. But here's what he says in a nutshell. He says a lot of awesome things. If you're going crazy, if you're depressed, if you're whatever in your own freaking head, the best way out of it is to go do something for somebody else. Like, and I know for a fact, I work in the nonprofit field. I deal with people all the time who are, oh, I can't because, and I'm not, somebody made a rule that I'm not allowed to punch them in their neck, but I should be able to, because 99% of the time that's their choice. And I'm happy to serve. I want to serve. I like serving. And look at, really, me. I apologize, but hey, it's my channel, so not really. I am the most selfish person in the world. And when I don't screw up my relationship with my wife, I don't screw up my relationship with my kids, I don't screw up a relationship with my friends, because I'm selfish. I like my wife and my kids and my friends. I would rather them want to be in my life because I like them. Yeah. So if selfish is not getting what you want right now, that's stupid. Selfish is doing what you can do to better yourself. And in YouTube, that's to learn this stuff. So Danny, you asked the question. So wait, Danny asked the question. So wait, you don't want people not in your niche to subscribe to you? Yeah, that's what. Orlando Theme Park 360. Make every video 1% better than the last. That didn't work. Isn't failure. It's something that didn't work. So try. I love that. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. You either understand what I just said, or you need to understand what I just said. I'll say it again. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're never staying the same. You're never staying the same. I hit my head 3 times. I'm not doing better than I was a minute ago. But just learn how to do SEO Studio on TubeBuddy. Learn how to better use Epidemic Sound. Like, learn how to edit videos. Learn what transitions work, what transitions suck. Should you be using transition? Like, just decide today I'll learn this. This week I'll learn this. I'm a goal nut. I'll have year-long goals. I'll have quarterly goals. I'll have weekly goals. I'll have daily goals. Or you just sit on the couch. And we've all been sitting on the couch a little bit lately. But, right?
Eating a lot of popcorn.
Oh, my God.
So much popcorn.
I don't even like popcorn, but we've had some popcorn. My daughter loves popcorn. There's a lot of popcorn in our house, too, but not for me.
Butter soup in this house.
My youngest loves, it's grossing me out. Bar says Spanish word, right? Where's Gonzo? And Orlando guy. Ooh, it looks a little French. Orlando guy says, "Vous estes un umbilicord." Okay, so I don't like umbilical cord soup, and that's disgusting. But is that French? What do we got going on? Vous estes un imbecile. Oh, I'm an idiot. I know imbecile. I don't know.
Jeff isn't allowed to try and translate languages. What is this? I need to.
Vous makes me think of soup. I don't know. Etis makes me think of, I have no idea, like a king or something. Un means nothing. Who cares? Imbecile. I come on, dude. I hear you.
I love what Dean said. He said, "Just be yourself. Everyone is taken." I love that, Dean.
I love that too, but I'll take it a step further. Be yourself because it's enough.
Yes.
It's awesome. Yeah. You know, I am a believer. If I offend you, I don't care. I'm a believer. Okay. And God don't make no junk. Here, you know what? Here comes more truth. Ready, set? More truth. This will piss off at least 5 people, and I'll probably lose a subscriber. I don't care. I'm God's favorite ever. I'm tied with all of you. Some of you just aren't smart enough to understand that. I'm going to say it again. I'm God's favorite. I'm just tied with everybody else on the planet, which means I'm absolutely good enough for everything I want to do. Duh. I mean, maybe I'm not going to be an NFL quarterback because, you know, I'm a 50-year-old fat guy. But you guys know what I'm saying, right? Like,
yes.
I'm not saying I can do everything. I'm saying I can do
everyone
anything.
Right? Everyone is good enough as long as you think you are.
I hate excuses. Can you tell?
Yes, butter soup, Stacy, always.
Carolyn Life just said my favorite thing ever, and I'll just leave it up there. Here's Jeff not shocking Lynn. Yeah, why'd you say I never surprised? I don't know how I feel about it. I never shocked you.
No, I just expect the unexpected, I guess.
Blue Nose says you scared me a little bit, Jeff. Hold on, Blue Nose. Boom. Did that work? Did I get that? At least 3 people unsubscribing right now. I don't care. Have the time to fail. Oh, that's good. Have the time to fail. Go ahead, try this, try that. You need that freedom. I love that.
Who said that?
Martin Scorsese said it, but Orlando guy put it in the chat. Or maybe Orlando guy said it, Martin Scorsese said it in the chat. Would be even cooler. But also same cool. I'll have to think about that. But I love Scorsese. That's another thing that I find is an excuse. Again, the worst part of me is coming out tonight, so I should apologize, but I won't. I really, really can't stand people who pretend like failing is bad. Like, I really think they're just too stupid to talk to me, because if you're not failing, you're not trying. And
right.
What imbecile, French word I learned today in chat. What imbecile taught people that failing is bad? Like, really? That's stupid, isn't it? Like, can we just have this conversation? We're way off topic. Why is failing bad?
All on topic.
Lynn, because you're the unlucky one sitting across from me that I can hear. Explain to me why failing is bad in any freaking way at all, other than somebody might look down on me.
Well,
about that.
I have never looked at failing as a failure.
Please keep going.
Mainly because I really, really suck at sports. So I could never really accept that because I was bad, that I was a failure. I tried, I put in effort, but it wasn't my thing. But I have tried at other things. I'm great at knitting. As a child, I was great at cross stitch, but sports weren't my thing. You need to find what is good for you, what feeds your soul. And that's not going to be a cookie cutter thing of what is best for every single person. And failing at things is such a great teaching tool, because you know what not to do again, how to do something different, try again. And that is how I look at failure. I look at failure as a learning opportunity. And I have for a very long time, because I learned at a very young age, I suck at a lot of things. So I got to do something different so I can find something I don't suck at.
Right? Like,
I don't know. That's like the best way I can put it.
And I work with kids. So I run after school programs, think Boys and Girls Clubs. What I do isn't Boys and Girls Clubs now, but it was from 93 until about 2 years ago. So I've worked with kids. I've mentored kids. I've coached kids. I've done that a lot. And it always breaks my heart. And I would see this on the daily when little girl, little boy, whatever, goes and does something. Do sports, because we talked about it. So sweet little girl walks out. I have the dad of 4 daughters, right? So sweet little girl walks out there and goes and picks up the basketball for the first time and bounces it 3 times. It whacks her in the face once. Now it's hurting. 4 kids laugh at her. Then she walks over to the basket, which is 10 freaking feet high, and she's 4-foot little cute thing, right? And she can't even get it up to the top. And she never plays sports again. Why? Because she gives a flying flip that somebody in the stands is laughing. Who freaking cares?
I don't care who laughs at me.
But we teach that. We teach people
Yeah.
to give a flying flip with somebody who's afraid to try, or maybe not, currently not trying. Like, who thinks that the first time you do something, you're supposed to be good at it? Like, that's arrogance. What? Like, you?
Yeah.
What? If you're not monetized yet, it's not because you're not good enough. It's because you haven't learned the things yet. If you're not making a 3-pointer yet, it's because you're not strong enough yet, in the case of the 6-year-old little kid, or you're just not good enough yet. But if you quit the first 12 times that you shoot the ball, you're probably never going to get good at it. Do you think Michael Jordan just got lucky? Because that's what people think. They just got lucky. No. Sure, maybe that's a bad analogy. He's got an insane amount of tools at his physical disposal. But yeah, Tina McNeil, right on the freaking money. I love you, Tina. I'll just read it straight out. I think Thomas Edison said, I didn't fail at making a light bulb 100 times. I learned something new about light bulbs 100 times.
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to hit a home run, you swing the bat a bunch of times. And you don't even hit the ball a bunch of times. And then finally you start hitting the ball. And then you start squaring it up and you hit line drives. And then you learn how to lift the ball. And then you hit it so far that it leaves. That's a long freaking process. YouTube is not a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. What is? If you want that, go buy lottery tickets, which is a tax on the stupid. I think I should say that again. Lottery tickets are a tax on the stupid. Just because you win, just because somebody wins doesn't mean it's a smart play. If you're playing the lottery and not the stock market, that's just dumb. Success is most often achieved by those who don't know that failure is inevitable. Failure's not bad. Oh, Coco, that's pretty good. That's good. I had to think, that's good. Orlando guy says, I like this, like quote time with Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Orlando guy says, the face of a child can say it all, especially the mouth part of the face. I've never heard that before. That's funny. I work with kids. They tell me, you know what I learned from the kids? I'm fat and gray. I had no idea what they told me. Hitchhiking Moan. Oh, Babe Ruth talking about home runs. There we go. Where'd it go? Never fear. It's like it knows when I say it out loud and then it moves it. Never let the fear of striking out keep you from swinging. Man, absolutely. That's what I was trying to say. That's perfect. Failures are finger posts on the road to achievement. Ooh, I love C.S. Lewis. Ooh, that's good, Stacy. What PPP said earlier about redoing a project and liking the second time much better. Yeah, that's good. You know, when he's done that. It's hard because, you know, he's a creator. He's a creative entrepreneur, and he's going to create things that he obviously likes. He listens to the client. I've been there, not like him. It's a little different, but I've been there where I've done something, and I've been there with my employees, frankly, my team members, where they create something that they thought I wanted, right? I asked them to do something, and then I'm like, no, you know, that's not what I want. Like, I remember I made an employee cry once. It was a kid project, and she did all this stuff, and you know, the kids, they're little kids, right? You think 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, they're creating this stuff. And it was to be put up on the wall for an event. And the kids spelled stuff wrong because kids spell stuff wrong. Adults spell stuff wrong. The adult has to spell check it and then have the kid write it again. And if little Jimmy spelled, you know, mommy with a Z and a Y and an X, we got to help him. And he's got to do it again and spell it right? And it's not bad. We're teaching the kid how to spell. That's not bad. That's what we do. Right. But she couldn't get through it. But it'll break him. I'm like, it's not going to break Jimmy. We're going to teach him how to spell. It's breaking you. Stop it. Right. And, you know, anyway, whatever. I'll get off of that. But
I spelled sugar wrong in a 5th grade project, and I know how to spell it now.
Do you? Cool. Sugar. Did you leave the R off? You were just being cool, or did you?
SUGER, sugar.
SUG.
That's the wrong way.
Makes you think of potato, Dan Quayle. All right, whatever. Henry Hudson has a question. Oh, wow, we're late. I didn't realize we were so long. Are you good on time? I don't want to stay too long, but I didn't realize we were over so already.
No, I'm good, but they're probably going to get loud. They're getting hard into their games. So
I just didn't realize it was so late until I looked at the clock right there. Henry Hudson has a question. I feel sometimes like I want to have a channel too. Do you think there are already too many? No, Henry, you absolutely should. And I love respectfully, there's no relevance to are there too many. There's not too many, and
there's
even
one
if there
of you.
Was too many, that's not a reason to not do it. Is it covered at this? No. Look it. I love that question, Henry. I love that question so much. I hear a lot from Disney creators, some who I respect and some who you know well. some who I bet, what do we got, 42 in the house? I bet more than half of you would know the person I'm thinking of right now. And I like this person very much. And I've heard him say things publicly and privately a bunch of times that this is saturated. It's not. It's not. It's so not. Unless you're trying to be somebody else. And then it is. Because somebody else is already taken. You're very, like, look at, me and Lynn have a Disney channel. Me and Lynn's channels don't have anything to do with each other except for we're friends and they're Disney channels. She does Character Warehouse and making Disney drinks and resort tours and a bunch of other stuff too. But that's how I would describe the bulk of your channel. Am I close?
Right. Yeah. I totally different from yours.
Like, do I do any of that on my channel? I mean, I did do one resort, and I tried to. I was kind of making fun of us. I thought I was trying to make fun of us. I mean, I knew an inside joke that my goal in that video was one-fold to get Lynn to laugh and tell me about it later, and I did all right.
So makes me laugh.
Which is not the way to grow on YouTube, by the way, when you're only talking to one person. But nobody knew I was doing that. But anyway, getting off topic. But Henry, if you want to do it for the fun. Now, are you asking, is it a good business model? Year 1 through 5, no. But if you take the long, So my revenue is up by 200%, and it's been up by 200% the last 3 months. That's a nice curve. I'm not quitting my job. It's not a lot of money yet. It's a nice curve. It's a real nice curve. And I can do math. Sorry, it's not that hard. And if I continue to grow at this pace, life can get good for me and for everybody. This is a platform that's absolutely a profitable long play.
Yes.
If you're playing the stock market for the next 2 weeks, you're an idiot. Get out. If you're playing the stock market for the long play, you're smart. Get in. If you're playing in YouTube to get rich in the next 12 months, that's not realistic. Unless you're a super, super hot Victoria's Secret model and you can't keep your clothes on, that's not how to do this. Right?
Absolutely. Orlando guy everybody's dropping awesome quotes in the chat, but this one I particularly really like. I like all of them, but have no fear of perfection. You'll never achieve it. Salvador Dali.
Perfection is an excuse.
Yes.
Like people who talk about, I'm a perfectionist. Oh, I bet you're a multitasker too. Those are both reasons to don't give me more stuff to do. The FAA requires for student pilots to have 40 hours of flight time before you solo. They're definitely having a conversation that I was unaware of. All right, cool. Cool. I was making bank at 27 subs. That sucks, but the channel opened doors to related pro gigs. Oh, there you go. I see what you're saying. See, and that's a good point too. There's a lot of Roberto Blake in there. I thought you were kidding at first, but then I followed it through. You know, you could. There are plenty of channels that are doing great fiscally, financially, unrelated to YouTube revenue. You know, AdSense is not a good business model. It's nice that they share their revenue.
Yeah.
And when you get to scale huge numbers, I'm sure AdSense matters a little more. But you know, would a couple extra $100 be nice in your life? And do you want to make that on YouTube? Absolutely doable. Absolutely doable. If you're trying to make $100,000 in your first year on YouTube, you're pretty clueless. You should go work at Subway. Thoughts, Lynn?
Sorry, I was reading.
It was fascinating stuff I said. I can do math, Jeff Bates. I mean,
say it one more time. I'm sure it was profound and we need to hear it again. No, not that one. The one before that.
I know. I'm not good at taking instruction. Stacy Rogers says it's not how far you fall, but how high you bounce the count. Zig Ziglar. I was honored to hear Zig Ziglar, I don't know, 2 or 3 times in person. I love Zig Ziglar. I'm sad that he's not with us anymore. I still love what the company's doing. Yeah, if you want to be fired up, don't listen to me. Go listen to Zig Ziglar. AdSense is just like having, oh, where'd it go? Man, why does it do that? Having a job. You never know when the world gets sick and you're out of work. AdSense is a little bit extra, and it's a long play. I am rich, Jeff Bates. That's right. It's freaking right. I lost my train of thought. I think that it really, I think what I'm preaching tonight, and I didn't mean to, it wasn't my plan, is just confidence and stop not being confident. Like
Good night, Angela.
By Angela, is that Pirate Princess Red?
Yeah.
I think it depends on your attitude.
Yes, 1000%. It's about your attitude on all of it. That is the one thing you need to always check. That is what sends you up or it sends you down. I have experienced it on both sides of the spectrum, and I've seen 180 at each side of it, and it's way better to be positive and put that out in the world.
We all have our moments. I mean, I'm not like
Yeah.
some crazy new age person who thinks that the biorhythms are everything, but come on.
Oh,
I'm
no one's
grumpy for
perfect.
no apparent reason every other hour, so it happens.
Yeah.
But
No, that's life.
I think give yourself permission to fail. Understand that this is the best opportunity ever, but it's a long play. And if you're looking for a shortcut on YouTube or in life, you're just lazy, man. And that's not, you're just hoping to get lucky. And
right.
That's
I don't know. Be the van girl that is the YouTube phenomenon. That is the only person ever that did that. And there's got to be some other catch behind it because that makes zero sense. But I don't know. Who knows?
But I see her, like people, I sense with what you're saying, there was got to be a catch. Like no one trusts that it's real.
Right.
Why? I don't know. Like I see that everybody who creates good stuff on YouTube is helping me. Everybody.
Right.
More people coming to this platform is more opportunity for me. More impressions. Like go to your analytics and look at your impressions. That's how many times YouTube has placed your content on someone's screen, giving them a chance to click on it.
Right.
They're getting so much data from, nope, they're not. That's why thumbnails matter so much. That's why
impressions.
If I could go backwards and change something, it would be thumbnails. I would have concentrated on thumbnails. I still don't like my thumbnails, and I'm getting better at them, but they're not good yet. But how many millions of times did I, like, God has given us all a million different ideas on how to become a millionaire. We're just too dumb to see it, too lazy to try it. Like we live where we live, when we live, in front of this is YouTube, man. And the impressions that YouTube puts out are opportunities for the Lynn Project, Disabled Disney, the Hitchhiking Bones, Mar in Memphis, JLB Nerdy, Stacey Rogers to click on my thumbnail and see if that's worth watching.
Right.
They just pass it by every time. Obviously, YouTube is going to put out somebody else's.
Right.
Only thing, the title and the thumbnail.
Yep.
So knowing that now, why wouldn't I have spent more time? I mean, could I not have figured that out all by my freaking self? Like, what's hard to understand about that? But I only recently am starting to put some decent effort into it. I would work on all the stuff and then just crank out the thumbnail and try to go late. Even as recently as like a month and a half ago, I'm like, well, how can I make this easier? Who can I pay to do this? But I got to learn it, man, because that's
so important.
It's the doorway. Someone that flies from their fear may find that they have only taken, where'd it go? Have only taken a shortcut to meet it. Oh, yeah, that's good. I like Tolkien. Your content is thumbnail, title, and video. Why do I hit the wrong buttons? I'm really bad at the buttons in general, but tonight seems worse. It takes all three the best you can to do that. Yep.
Yeah.
And again, OTP, I don't know. I hope you're okay with me saying this. He's been able to learn from, I'll say it that way, Daryl Eves a little bit. And if you don't know who Daryl Eves is, you need to know who Daryl Eves is if you want to grow. I don't think there's anyone that I would put higher on a pedestal on the coaching up YouTubers than him. I mean, there's a lot of people I love, but he's right up there. That was my point about becoming a pilot. Pilots aren't perfect. Everyone learns at their own pace. It isn't a failure if learning something new. Yep. Never film without knowing your title and your thumbnail first. Yeah, I don't always do that, but I agree with that. You need to make the video your title says. Yep, I agree with that. I don't do that. So that's interesting. One of my favorite, and we should probably end here pretty quick because we're almost 2 hours. One of I didn't plan on going this late either, but I appreciate everybody sticking around, and hopefully we're not boring you to death. And I appreciate all the support and everybody staying and being interactive in chat. I love when the chat's active like this.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm missing out on stuff, but it makes me feel like we're at least stimulating thought. But there was somebody, I don't know who it was, I'm going to script the story, but basically the person who was making the documentary that they were talking about, they usually, I love this style of making the documentary. So they get all their footage and I don't do this with my videos. Maybe someday I'll get to that point. But they get all their footage and they find their favorite part, like enough. So say it's an hour-long documentary they want to create. They will find their 60 minutes of footage that they like the best, and then they'll delete it. They'll throw it away. They'll burn it. They'll trash it, because that's the story that they were trying to tell subconsciously, they think. But to take the content and let the story tell itself, it's kind of a fascinating exercise. And I like what OTP 360 was saying there. Have the plan, have the title, have the plan before you film it. And I guess now that I think about it, sometimes I'll do that. But usually, like, it depends on what I'm doing. Like, if I'm in the Disney parks, I'm just going to get content and I'm going to share, hey, this is a Jungle Cruise. That's not that hard, right? But if I want to tell a story about whatever, the idea is the idea, and then you create it. I don't know. OTP, I feel like we need to have you on and give you your thought there. But my fault. Talk YouTube, and I'll keep going. I was like, no, I appreciate it. I mean, a title before a film. What I meant is George Lucas Films then makes a title. Yeah, I guess you could argue both sides, but I kind of fall on the OTP play there. Documentaries are backwards. You need to find the story last. Exactly. I think exactly. I mean, otherwise you're telling your story, right? Not letting the story tell itself. Anyway.
I mean, for me personally, this is just me and my personal view on that, is that when I film, I always have a game plan of, even if it's a park vlog, like what I want to film, what points I want to make. And I'm going to even gear back from, even when I do go back to the parks, from like the park vlogs, I'd rather film more dining reviews or certain attraction reviews than doing just a theme park vlog where I have my camera out the whole time and I'm not using it 90% of the time because I'm just having it out so I'm ready to film when I want to film. It's counterintuitive, but good night, Dean.
I'm going to use that for the time. You need to. We should have like what is it when you have blurbs on how much people like your book or whatever. You're not boring me. I'm just going to bed, said Dean. Right? That would be a funny thumbnail one day. You too will get great things out of this. Dean, I love you. See you, buddy. Love you.
Thank you. But I think that you should have a game plan in thought and know how, like, a really, really good piece of advice that I don't always take, but I know it is searching keywords before you decide exactly what you're going to film.
I don't do that enough. I totally agree with you, but I don't do that yet.
I don't do that enough yet either, but I know that is a very, very good thing to do.
I guess I have a few times, but not in any real value.
Right. You need it. I do it after the fact, and you should do it before the fact to know exactly what you want to craft your content to. That's the way to create a better valued, higher searched video, per se, I guess.
I'd like to ask you a question. I know we need to wrap it up, but Josh said something earlier today that really struck a nerve with me as truth, but I believe it'll turn some people off, wrongfully so. Do you treat your YouTube channel as an entrepreneur would treat his or her business?
I don't enough. I need to more. I treat it as I want it to be something big. I want this to be a lifestyle in the future. I want it to grow and grow and grow. And it's something that I want to live my passion. I love my job. I love my job so much. But how awesome would that be to just be able to create this content that you want to create, that you're passionate about, and be able to sustain your family and your lifestyle on doing that. That is the ultimate dream for me, and I think that it's definitely in the future.
OTP says I have delusions of grandeur. I mentioned 3 people.
Good night, Danny.
Communicated with me. See, Danny, communicated with me about the stream I was on earlier, and I've referenced 2 of them. One who hasn't been in the chat tonight, but I consider him a good friend. Basically said, yeah, but you've been streaming every day. Yeah. So in this time where somebody else told me I couldn't go to work, my beautiful and awesome wife said, "Hey, we should go live every day." It was very early on. We're like, what are we gonna do? Like, how much Netflix can we watch, right? And I don't want to work in my garage, and all the things we're talking about. And she said, why don't we in the middle of the day do a live stream? And I'm like, if you want to do it, but if she wants to do it and something that I love, I'm in, man. And I had no idea it was going to go the whole time. I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it's been. I don't even know. It's been awesome. And then my friend said, oh yeah. So I was sharing how my data is really, really good. The subscriptions have been up, but not as up as they were. So, the growth that I've been feeling overall, the last 28 days, the subscription growth is still up, but it's not as up as it has.
Right.
But every other metric every other of the main metrics, revenue, view time, views, they're up very nicely. And the answer seemed to be, yeah, but you're going live every day. Yeah. Last year I also did a video every day, which took
right.
So in this time where I didn't have work, I did a video, which is way easier. You hit play, man. It's not that hard. Last year I did a video every day and worked full time. You have time. You do.
Right.
Now,
you just have to make it.
And I've talked to you about, I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have learned about thumbnails. I should have probably put, if it was 20 hours of work a week, I probably should have spent 15 of those on thumbnails, right? Instead of 20 on, at some point it was not, but I made a goal and at some point you go,
right.
I want to do it.
Yeah,
but I would be farther ahead in this game if I'd spent time learning thumbnails. I mean, I'm 2 years in and I'm learning thumbnails now. That's probably dumb, but we're probably going to learn it forever, but whatever. I just think that, I don't know. My point is not being articulated very well, but.
Hi, Shelly.
There's Shelly Starwalker. There's always something to learn. The fact that you don't know shouldn't hold you back. But shut up, stop making excuses, and have fun. Like the person who said, well, should I want to do a Disney Channel, but it's already full. Like, if you're saying to me, do you think I can be the Tim Tracker? No, I don't. That's not about you. That's about the Tim Tracker. He's been doing it. He started early. He has great content. He got in early, all the things. But you don't go into basketball and ask, can I be Michael Jordan?
Right.
Right?
You want to be you. You want to be a better version of whatever it is that I'm saying that horribly, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not being cheesy.
I love what kind of cheese?
I love this. It's not the good kind of cheesy he's calling me.
Someday we need to have a conversation to determine. Well, maybe we'll have PPP on, and we'll sell ourselves, and he'll have to decide who loves cheese more, me or you.
I win 1,000%.
I'll just lift up my shirt and say, done.
No, because you like bacon too. That's not fair. I don't eat bacon. I only eat cheese.
I'm still right though. But anyway, keep going.
I love what Rob Weiska's saying. Great conversation, strong ideas. I'm not a creator, but the word I have not heard taught in the building and growing discussion is discipline. Growth requires discipline. Trust the process 1,000%. If we didn't get that across, then
I need to know more about what Rob is trying to say there. Discipline in the sense of stick-to-itiveness, sticking with it. Like, Rob, are you still here? Tell me more. Like, what do you mean? I want to hear more.
The way I perceive that is that, I don't want to keep going forever and ever, but the way that I am perceiving what he's saying is that discipline is creating and uploading on a consistent basis, holding yourself accountable. That's how I am perceiving what he's saying. But yeah,
Triple P says I'd add. It says Triple P now. I like that. I'd add patience to that, Rob. Yeah, I don't. Josh, Lynn, everybody in chat, if you haven't noticed, I'm the least patient person you're going to meet. I don't like when people say patience is a virtue. I don't even know if I agree. Like, I really don't. I think we concentrate on patience a little more than we should. Trusting the process, I believe in. But again, I want to hear what he means there. Like, discipline, like the ability to stick through it even though things aren't going good. Is that what we're saying, Rob? To me, the two are intertwined. Agree 100%. I want to dig deeper on that. I know we can't stay here all night, but if you do what Tim says, he will win. If you do what you want, you have no. That's good. Hello, my amazing and beautiful friends. Hello, Rachel loves Disney. What's going on? Yep, got to stick with it. Okay, Rob. Yeah. Well, then I deeply agree with that. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. Yeah, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I did an edited video every day in 2019. I'm very, very proud of that. It got tiring. I got bored. I said it out loud. Therefore, I had to do it because I just had to. And I do think I got great value out of it. Would I tell someone to do it? No, I would not. Do it for a month. Do it for a quarter maybe. But after a while, I would have rather spent time learning TubeBuddy, learning what the heck SEO means, learning what thumbnail. You know, there's plenty of things to learn. But, you know, at some point I was like, no, I said it. I'm going to do it. You know, and it's not even about people would know I didn't accomplish it. I've got a huge self-esteem, if you haven't noticed. And I don't, bless you. I want people to like me, but I don't have a need. Like yeah. But oh, I got it. Good, Rachel. I like it. I know who you are now. Hello again, Rachel.
Like the new name, Rachel.
I do too. I like it better. Bless you. By the way, when you turn off the thing, can you yell? Michael's still trying to get Sean to come on the stream, just in case.
He's gaming. He's gaming hard. I think he's winning.
Just sticking with it, a slow grind. Yeah, this is good. Look, we're almost at 2 hours. I almost feel like I should apologize for the 2 hours. I've enjoyed this. I feel like I got a little preachy, and
me too. You know, we made up for me ducking out last week early because my kids didn't do their homework. So I made sure they got their homework done this week, and I stayed extra to make up for last week.
I like it. I like that a lot. Rachel, I'm going to be with Lynn. I like this name way better. A lots to learn about. Yeah, amen. Learning's good. Agree, Brian. You have to constantly improve. Yep. I agree with that. I think there's so much to cover in Disney. Yep. And it really comes down to, look at, if you want to, you can make it work. And I'll say it one last time. This is the best opportunity to get your voice out. Oh, and by the way, this, you know why it works so well? Because YouTube shares its revenue. They just gave bunches of us, including me, memberships. That is such, I've had it for less than a month. It's already a big blessing in my family's life. If it continues to grow, it will absolutely be 100 times better than AdSense. 1,000 times better than AdSense. Math is not that hard. And so there's more coming. There's more opportunity. So this is a great platform to do what you love, share your voice, make a difference in the world. I don't know what your goals are, but if your goals are about money, it's probably not going to work out. If your goals are to serve other people, the money's going to come in. That's what I have to say. And I feel like I should really shut up now.
Oh,
what do you got up on the channel, Lynn?
I filmed my avocado margarita vlog tonight, so I'm going to try to work on editing that tonight, and hopefully that'll be up in the next day or two. My backdrop is new. I got a real life in the background instead now. So
I like it. I like it a lot. So I used to love guacamole. I don't think I would say I loved avocados, but I did love guacamole. But I'm allergic to it. Like, I'm not allergic to anything that I know of.
Oh my God, I remember you saying that. That is the saddest thing ever.
And I'm from Southern California, so back in the day, like I ate my fair share of guacamole. So at least 2 or 3 of my abs are guacamole abs. And now
an avocado here, an avocado there.
Turns into this, so be careful, people. My lip goes like oh
no, Hitch on the movie Hitch with Will Smith.
Yes, exactly. That's me. I'll tell a quick story. I go into work one day and I was having an allergic reaction, and my buddy, I'm in there early, and my buddy's in there early. He's like my mentor, and he usually comes in if I'm early and he was early and say, "Hey Jeff, how are you doing?" And he walks in, he's like, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Nothing." "Dude, you need to go to the doctor right now." I'm like, "Shut," we would play around. I'm like, "Shut up." He's all, "No, you walk into the bathroom right freaking now, and then either you're going to the doctor or I'm driving you to the doctor." So yeah, what you just said,
that would be horrible. That would ruin so much of my diet. I'd rely on avocados.
I love guacamole. I don't like avocados. I do love guacamole. I know that sounds weird.
No, I love both. Both are.
Yeah, most people do.
So good.
Pretty good. It's creamy. Shelly Starwalker shooting a lot of photos. I will see those. Shelly is a spectacular photographer. Check her out, her stuff. Check her out her stuff. I can't even talk. I should be on YouTube and talk a lot because I know how to so bad.
She's on Instagram and she has an amazing feed. It takes incredible photography, and she sent me some of them. They're amazing.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, she's awesome. We can easily forgive someone who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when you are afraid of the light.
Mar.
Ooh, that's good. I avoid math whenever possible, says Triple P. Triple P loves math. You know how I know it? Triple P. It's like 3X. He's doing math in the name. I need to find another how-to YouTube live. I'm having fun. Orlando theme park. That makes my day. Thank you. You know, I hope I get to know you better. I like your stuff. I wish you were putting out more. It's been a while, but I really, really like your stuff, and I really, really like your attitude. So yeah, let's continue the conversation. You guys are burning the midnight oil. Good to see you. Hey, B Monster Labs. What's going on? Whoa, you can't jump into someone's channel from chat anymore? Why not? Whoa, you can't jump to someone's channel. I don't know what that means, but yes, you can.
What?
My stomach is allergic to guacamole. My me is too. And that's my your chat. I don't even know what you're laughing at.
Mar cracks me up.
Mark's the best.
I love Mar.
What did you say though? I don't see nothing. What you do?
It removes it quickly.
I don't know. Mar's the best, but
I know.
All right, I'm gonna shut up now. JLB Nerdy, no thank you. Shelly Starwalker, thank you. Hitchhiking Boat, everybody, just everybody, thank you. My mod, thank you. I got a new member. It was Greg, right? Expedition Greg.
And Blue Nose, I think too.
I think he was already a member.
Oh, was he? He was highlighted in green, so I thought that meant he was new on this chat.
Blue, all of you. I went over 20 today in members, and I don't mind.
That's amazing.
I am so amazingly humbled by that. I am blessed beyond measure in general. Awesome things happen to me all the time. Sorry, it's true. I am not, you know what? Here's something I'm not. I'm not that guy that ever freaking ever says, I never win. And don't be that person. Because I do.
Oh man.
And I know we got a dude right now that's prominent in the world, and people freak out, and so I think my attitude maybe plays a little bit poorly right now to some people because they make it political. But love you, some you people. You're exactly who you want to be at all times, 100% of the time. And if you don't love you, change it. And I do. I love me some me, and I love you. I love lots of people. I'm not gonna say that. I don't love everybody. But all right, that's it. But I love everybody who was in chat tonight. I love all the mods. I love all the viewers. I love you, Lynn. I love you, Sean. Michael's calling you. Sean. Michael wants to know.
Luke wants to say hi.
Oh, that's not Sean. Hi, Luke.
No.
What's going on?
Can I do one of my dance moves?
No, he won't see it. There's not enough space. Go away.
Go do your homework.
Yeah, go do homework. You guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us and talking in chat. This was amazing, and I enjoyed all of it. Thank you for listening to us rant for 2 hours now. That's craziness.
That is crazy. I think a great place to leave that. Moms are right often, not always, often. And Orlando guy's mom was right when she said, as my mom used to tell me, you're just the right size. You know what my mom used to say to me? Shut up, Jeff. So
I say that a lot these days.
Literally, he didn't have an Italian mom like I did. But I love you, Mommy, if you're here. I love you even if you're not here. All right, that's it. Lynn, you're the best. Everybody in chat, love you. Go wash your hands. Have a great week. If you're going back to work, stay safe. If you're not going back to work, stay safe. And if you watch this video and or this live stream and you're still here at the end, man, you a trooper, and I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Everybody, you've
so
been awesome. Did you say what you got coming up on your channel? I asked you. Did you say it?
Avocado margarita, and Thursday night checking in with the Lynn Project, Coffee and Contemplation on my channel this week. On Saturday, following Beauty and the Beast. Saturday morning, and then back to Creator Talk again, and maybe something in between. We'll see what happens.
Love it. Good stuff. If you're not already a subscriber to her channel, you're messing up. By the way, I said it a couple times tonight, but let me say it one more time. Magic the Mouse TV, the podcast, and the YouTube channel, they're my sponsors. They're my friends. It's a great podcast. It's a great YouTube channel, and they're just great, great, great people. I love me, the pineapples, and the castles, and the coasters. That's awesome. That's it. I'm done talking. You're welcome. Have the best day ever. See ya.
Bye, guys. Don't do it, Jeff.